I got a comment from one of you which says that to one of my videos where I said you should prepare your child for transitions. And Tage Anku, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, says, what if my child does not understand? What if my child does not look at pictures? What if my child does not understand what I'm speaking? So then what do I do? That's what the question was. And it's a lovely question. But the thing that I would do with such a kid is I would always presume intelligence. You know what it means? When a baby is like 2 months old or 3 months old, we talk to our babies. We say, "Oh, what are you doing? You're so sweet. You're looking there. You're looking here." We talk to our babies. I don't know if they're understanding those 2 month olds, 3 month olds, 2 day olds, 3 day olds. We don't know if they're understanding, but we presume we still talk to them. Yeah, a lot of kids that I worked with, a lot of them absolutely did not look at pictures, did not. So we still took pictures of the child, and when the child was brushing, we took a picture. When the child was going to a mall, we took a picture. Whatever that we were preparing that child for. That child didn't look at the cards at all for a few days. But this mom and many moms that I know kept showing the cards, kept telling, we're going to the mall right now. We're going to do this after that or whatever. Even if the child was not looking, sometimes they don't look at the card. So if this is a card, they won't look like this. But even if they're like this, they would be like, oh, that's what you're showing me. You know, many kids who have a diagnosis of autism, they understand. They may not be able to express. They may not be able to even follow what you're telling them. They may not be able to look at the card that you're showing. But it does not mean that we do not show it to them. It does not mean that we do not presume intelligence. So these boys and girls that I'm talking about who did not look at the cards, and these moms, they continued showing the cards. They continued doing it. The transitions, the tantrums or the challenging behaviors that came during transitions got lesser and lesser and lesser. They were still not looking at the cards, but the behaviors got lesser and lesser and lesser, and it was easier for the child to manage those transitions over a period of time. It took them a lot of time. Hats off to these parents who did not give up. They kept showing after like 1.5 year. And these are kids who are severely autistic, who took time. Took a lot of time. But now they look at the cards. They now know what's going to happen first. They now know what's going to happen next. So, yeah, kid may not look at the cards. True. Your child may not understand language. True. But that's what we feel. What if we presume that they are understanding language? Don't we give opportunities? Don't we speak to them? I would speak to a child. I would talk to a child. I would do a lot of parallel talking. If your child is stressed out during transitions, I would even speak out the emotions that your child is feeling. Oh my God, this is so overwhelming for you while we are going to this place. I can see that in your body. I know it is that way. I speak for your child, like I do that all the time. So in short, what I'm trying to tell you is, if your child does not look at the card, look, but looks, or sometimes they're from the periphery, they look and they are learning it, their behaviors are getting settled, I would continue to use them till your child starts looking. And that does happen, when we show those little cards to babies, those little babies, there are many of those approaches where they say, show the cards, it's okay if your baby is looking, not looking, but you label it every day. There are many of those approaches, and one day your child would start doing the same way. I will presume intelligence, I will use cards, I would do parallel talking, I would speak for the child, and I would say, we are going to go there, and then we're going to do this. Everything would be prepared visually and also spoken. So I hope this was helpful. And if you have more queries with respect to this, whatever I spoke, I would love to know. But I would still use the cards. And while I do that, I would also work on matching skills at home. I don't have to use cards for matching. I can start with matching a tomato to tomato, potato to potato. I can start with basic matching. And once child is able to match in an array of two, I'll increase the number of, three, and then the child matches. So you're going to continue working on that skill, but also use cards. I hope this was helpful. If you have queries related to this, let me know. So thank you, Tage Anku, for your question. And I would love to read your comment in the comments. if you need more clarification. Thank you.